What is going on? Greetings of peace. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a tactic the Zionists like to use whenever they're losing debates. They like to call people anti-Semites. Now, if someone is actually being racist, that's wrong and they should stop. But if you disagree with the ideology of 2 plus 2 equaling 5, and you call out Zionists for it, and you correct them and say 2 plus 2 equals 4, and they call you anti-Semites, then they're just losing their debates, and they just have to use ad hominem tactics. And we see Ben Shapiro does this. He calls Jeremy Corbyn an anti-Semite, even though ironically Jeremy Corbyn is not racist towards Jews. And also, can't someone call Ben Shapiro a anti-Semite? Because Semite means people who speak the Semitic languages, so technically aren't Arabs Semites also. So we know Ben Shapiro has been racist towards Arabs, and Ben Shapiro is a racist. I'll leave a link in the description below. I've done a video exposing Ben Shapiro's racism. He's a lying Zionist scumbag who's a racist. It's as simple as that. Again, he called Jeremy Corbyn a anti-Semite because he doesn't drink the Kool-Aid that Ben Shapiro does, where he defends Israel and their war crimes and stuff, and he disagrees with them on certain stuff. And then, like I was saying, these Zionists like to go on TV and stuff and give interviews. Another little Zionist is Alan Dershowitz. He recently went on The View, and they asked him for advice and for the Democratic Party or something, and then he goes on and he starts talking about don't support this candidate named Cynthia Nixon because she's anti-Israel or something. So again, we see these Zionists like Alan Dershowitz and Ben Shapiro, they support Israel and stuff, and it's ironic. They go around and they go to Muslims and say, do you condemn groups X, Y, and Z? And then when a Muslim asks them, do you condemn Israel for committing war crimes, they'll make excuses. So again, these people are hypocrites. They're disgusting. So I'm going to expose some of Ben Shapiro's hypocrisies. Again, I'm not a left-winger or right-winger, but Ben Shapiro calls himself a right-winger, and he has all these little conspiracy theories and ideas about the left wing. So he claims that, and also some other right wingers, they claim that the left, they call everyone racist and stuff. Or they call Donald Trump and his supporters racist. Again, Trump and some of his supporters are racist, and no, the left wing does not call everyone racist. Again, Ben Shapiro, ironically, calls people racist when he calls them anti-Semites, even though that person is not a racist. And Ben Shapiro does not even have proof to call certain individuals anti-Semite, because those individuals are not racist towards Semites at all, which is ironic. He just calls them that because he's losing a debate. He goes into an ad hominem attack and calls people racist. And it's ironic because Ben Shapiro claims when left-wingers are losing debates, they start yelling racist, racist, racist. Well, what do Zionists do? These people are disgusting hypocrites. Same thing with Alan Dershowitz and stuff. He goes on TV and we see him pandering to right-wingers. He goes on Fox News and he defends Trump and says it's Trump's civil liberties and stuff, and he cares about freedom of speech and ACLU this and that. It's ironic when Israel passes laws in Israel where if you record soldiers, you can go to prison for 5 years or even more than that, maybe 10 years, because the Israelis know what they're doing is wrong and they don't want you to expose them. And then here in the U.S., when the hurricane happened in Texas, the governor there passed a law saying if you support BDS, you can't get any aid. So now they're targeting people for their free speech, and they're passing anti-BDS laws in the United States, so that's against people's freedom of speech. You don't hear Alan Dershowitz speaking out against that. So we see these people like Ben Shapiro and Alan Dershowitz, they're just scumbags and Zionists, and they're hypocrites, and they just make excuses for Israel, and they go to these Zionists, they go to Muslims and say, can you condemn groups X, Y, and Z to Muslims? And I remember, Islam is perfect, Muslims are not. So if someone's calling themselves Muslims and say they're eating pork or gambling or drinking alcohol, which goes against their religion. That doesn't mean Islam teaches it. So then when they, so remember, Islam's perfect, Muslims are not. So when they go to Muslims, they condemn groups X, Y, and Z. The Muslims does it, and then right after they asked these Zionists, can you condemn war crimes X, Y, and Z done by Israel? They don't do it because we know they're hypocrites. They're evil sympathizers. Actually, some of them are just evil, and they make excuses for evil, like the Israeli foreign policy, which we see is disgusting and evil. And just look at Zionist foreign policies throughout the world. And it's ironic that Zionists like to call people anti-Semite when Zionists themselves are racist. Real quick, I have to add this into the video since it's on this topic. Notice how Ben Shapiro cries and complains that left-wingers are censoring people on college campuses, and it's ironic because these Judeo-Christian Zionists like Ben Shapiro and stuff, whenever Palestinian peace activists are censored by Judeo-Christian Zionists on college campuses, they get their speech shut down. You don't hear Ben Shapiro saying a word about it, and these Judeo-Christian Zionists claim they're for free speech, even though they're going around shutting down people's free speech. These Judeo-Christian Zionists here in the U.S. Claim that they're for the U.S. Constitution, even though they support spying in mosques and of Muslims and stuff, which goes against the Fourth Amendment. So again, these people are hypocrites, and it's ironic. But just reflect upon this. And Alan Dershowitz claims he's for civil liberties. Do you hear him saying anything about this stuff? Or Ben Shapiro, who claims he's against censorship and for free speech, do you hear him saying anything when Zionists try to censor people's free speech, or they pass anti-BDS laws in the United States and throughout the world? So again, I'm gonna end the video right here. Just reflect. Peace.